All right, everybody. We're going to show you how to build a retaining wall from start to finish. As you can see, this retaining wall already started to fall over. About to clean all the block, get all the dirt and debris off of them, and then start excavating for our footer. Your footer needs to be at least 6 inches thick of gravel, and to figure out the depth that you really need to go, your rule of thumb is half a block needs to be buried and an additional inch per layer of block. So if you have 5 layers, you need to have an additional 5 inches of block buried on top of the half of the height of the block. So say your block's 8 inches and you need to have 5 layers. You already have your start out at 4 inches buried plus an additional five. So your base block should be about 1 inch below grade. Once you got it dug out, you'll want to add your base material, whether that's crushed gravel or open graded. This scenario, we're doing crushed gravel, and we're compacting in 2 to 3 inch layers. With a smaller compactor like this, you don't want to go more than 2 or 3 inches, as it doesn't compact the material adequately. The base trench or footer should be about 30 inches wide. That should leave enough room for about 6 inches of crushed gravel in front of the block, 12 inches behind the block, and then whatever's under the block. Um, so you can see here the last layer, we used screed pipes to set those level to each other and level the last layer of gravel. Those screed pipes really make it much easier. Then once you're done, you pull them up and fill in the little voids that were left behind. After filling those voids, you want to do a final compaction.
Very nice technique.
With compacting, you want to err on the side of more than less. It's not going to hurt if you over compact. Now we're setting the block. You want to set the block level, front to back, left to right, and then the next block needs to be level to the previous blocks. Once you have that laid out, you'll fill that first course of block entirely with crushed gravel. This will allow water to come down to this level and then shed out the face or through the drain pipe that we're installing. There's the drain pipe exited at each end of this wall, which the rule of thumb is about every 50 feet. So this wall is shorter than 50, 40 feet, so we have it ended at either end. You'll want to compact from the block into the backfill zone. You see how it's leveled out the gravel and consolidating it. You'll also want to add your filter fabric at this well, just below this gravel. This helps. Geogrid gets extended from the lip of the block, almost the face, into the backfill zone. And as a rule of thumb, geogrid is 60% of the height of your walls. Here we're adding the caps, gluing those down. And you can see the filter fabric, which extended from the base gravel all the way up the backfill zone and then over top of the gravel, completely encasing it and protecting it from any soil migration. One of the biggest problems with retaining walls is water and the migrating of materials. So when water moves through these retaining walls, It also tends to move small sediment, sand, anything like that, which then leads to the undermining of the retaining wall. The filter fabric or geotextile, and make sure it's non-woven, specifically non-woven, helps prevent material migration. And I see it a lot on YouTube videos and other contractors. They only put it on the top when in reality, the whole vertical backfill zone extending from the base up, all that material can migrate into your gravel backfill zone as well. So having a fabric completely encasing the gravel is going to go a long way in making sure your wall lasts a lifetime. The wall we just rebuilt had plenty of gravel, maybe not enough, but plenty. But it didn't have a filter fabric or geogrid anywhere in the construction. This wall lasted 20 years, built improperly. Imagine if they had only spent a couple $100 more and put in the right materials. So another pro tip: when you're backfilling behind your wall, if possible, it's best to have the soil pitched back from the wall slightly to create a swale, which would help prevent water from washing over the face and washing around the sides. Then you can finish your wall with seed, sod, however you like. Sod obviously provides more of an instant gratification, but seed is obviously more cost effective.